"You're not staying here another night," my dad said, throwing my suitcase outside. My mom stood behind him and added, "You've taken enough from us already." I stood there in silence. Then I smiled, just slightly. They thought I was leaving for good. They had no idea what was coming. My name is Alyssa Carter. I'm 34 years old. Back then, I was 29, working as a freelance writer, barely making enough to cover a bus pass and a cheap meal. Growing up, I was always the disappointment. My younger sister had the grades, the corporate job, the life my parents could brag about at dinner parties. I had notebooks, half-finished stories, and dreams they called useless. Every family gathering felt like a quiet trial I couldn't win. I struggled with confidence. I struggled with money. Most of all, I struggled with constantly feeling like I didn't belong in my own home. But I had something they never noticed. I knew how to survive alone, and I had learned, slowly, painfully, to build something from nothing. If you've ever been pushed out or made to feel like you didn't belong, hit that subscribe button right now. Drop your story in the comments because I genuinely want to read it. You are not alone in any of this. And trust me, sometimes the quiet ones have the strongest comeback. Let's get into it. It started at dinner, not a quiet dinner either. My aunt and uncle were visiting, and my dad had that look he always got when he wanted an audience. The air in that kitchen smelled like roasted chicken and old tension, the kind that had been building for years. He looked across the table at me and said, "You're 29 and still nothing. When will you grow up?" My mom didn't even flinch. She just nodded and said, "Your sister had her own apartment at 24. My sister smiled into her glass. I tried to explain. I told them I was building something online, that my writing was gaining traction, that it was real work. My dad laughed, not a kind laugh. "Writing stories online? That's not a real job, Alyssa." My sister added, "Maybe she should try reality for once." The whole table went quiet, except for the sound of forks scraping plates. Then my dad stood up and said it in front of everyone. "She lives off us and calls it dreaming." That was the moment something inside me shifted. I wasn't sad anymore. I was decided. He told me to pack my things. My suitcase hit the porch before I even made it to the door. The neighbors were watching. My mom said, "Don't come back unless you become someone worth knowing." I picked up my bag, I looked at them both, and I said quietly, "Okay, I won't come back like this again." The first year was brutal. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. My apartment was the size of a storage closet. I had 3 side gigs and still came up short some months. I sent messages home that nobody answered. Then my sister posted something online. No name mentioned, but everyone who knew us understood exactly who she meant. Something about people who refuse to grow up and expect others to carry them. I stared at the screen for a long time. Then I closed the app and went back to writing. A few weeks later, a cousin reached out to tell me my parents had been telling relatives that I had run away, that I was irresponsible, that they had done everything for me and I had thrown it back at them. And then I found out they had sold some of my things. Books, a small painting I had made in college. Gone. No call, no message. I sat on my apartment floor that night and I felt every bit of it, but I did not fall apart. I told myself, out loud, in that quiet room with the hum of a broken radiator, I don't need them, I just need time. What they didn't know was that I had started a small storytelling channel online, anonymous, no face, no name, just my voice and my words. It started growing faster than I ever expected. I stayed hidden on purpose. I reinvested every dollar I earned back into the work. One day they'll see, I told myself every morning before I started writing. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was building something real, and I had a plan that none of them ever saw coming. The one person who never doubted me was my childhood friend Megan. She had known me since we were 12 years old, and she had never once made me feel small. She'd call and say, "You've always been stronger than them, Alyssa. You just needed them out of the way to prove it." She helped me stay grounded when the growth felt overwhelming. She pushed me to think bigger, to stop treating my earnings like survival money and start treating them like investment capital. I listened. Meanwhile, back home, my family was living louder. My parents remodeled the house. My sister got a new car. They posted everything. They laughed publicly at people chasing unrealistic dreams. I watched from a distance and said nothing. And then one afternoon, Megan sent me a link. My parents had listed their house for rent. They were struggling financially and needed the income. I read the listing twice. Then I called Megan and said, "I think it's time." I arrived on a Tuesday. The house looked the same from the outside. Same front steps, same oak tree in the yard, same windows where I used to sit and write as a kid. I knocked. My mom opened the door and the color drained from her face. "Why are you here?" My dad appeared behind her, arms crossed. "What do you want?" I was calm, completely calm. I said, "I'm here about the house." They both laughed. My dad said, "You can't afford this street." I opened my folder and placed the documents on the hallway table. Transfer of ownership. Signed. Completed. Real. The laughter stopped. My sister appeared at the top of the stairs and went completely still. My dad stammered, "That's not possible." I looked at him and said, "You rented it out. The company that purchased the contract?" That was mine. Silence. The kind that fills every corner of a room. My sister started to say something, and I turned to her slowly and shook my head. She stopped. I looked at my parents, both of them, and I said, "You told me not to come back unless I became someone worth knowing." I let that sit for a moment. So, here I am. My dad opened his mouth. Nothing came out. I gathered my documents and said, clearly, without anger, "And now you'll be paying rent." To me. I walked out of that house with my head straight and my hands steady. I didn't throw them out, that was never the point. I set terms, fair ones, and I drew a line that would never move again. They were shocked, they were humbled. I could see the regret in my mom's eyes, but I didn't reach for it. I had spent years needing something from them that they were never going to give me. I didn't need it anymore. I remember standing by my car and thinking, they thought I had nothing, but I had everything they couldn't see. I chose peace over revenge, but I never forgot the lesson. Have you ever been kicked out, pushed away, or made to feel invisible in your own family? Tell me in the comments. I am genuinely listening. Subscribe and join a community of people who turned rejection into strength. And click hype to help this story reach someone out there who needs to hear it today. Did this story hit home for you? Like the video and share your thoughts below. Click hype to help this story find the people who felt exactly the same way. Your support genuinely makes a difference, and I'll see you in the next one.